What's going on, beautiful people? D-Lo Brands back for another video, and today we are stepping into the world of OpenAI. Yes, very great news, very interesting news. ChatGPT just released Codex to the public. Yeah, so before Codex was only available for the $200 a month people. That's what I like to call them. But now, as a plus user, I'm a plus user. We have access to Codex. So let's go inside of Codex and see, what it's talking about. A cloud-based software engineer agent that answers code-based questions, execute. I think that things like this are very good because it helps us understand what we're doing. Because with this new age of AI, a lot of people are going to discredit or stop caring about learning. And this is a great way to not only get very good code inside of your projects, but also learn about it. So this is your engineering agent. Basically, this is going to connect to GitHub and you can go through your code base. You can make changes. You can commit the changes. You can do all that stuff. So we're going to continue. I did add my environment into here. So all you're going to do is log into GitHub and then select your specific repository, and I'm going to use this environment. So we have three options here. Ready when you are. We picked a few tasks, so we can ask the code base what is the general structure, A, B, and C. We can pick a part that seems important and find a bug, and then we can go through the code base, find issues, and propose one task to fix one of the bugs. Now, I don't want to do bugs right now only because I've been building inside of Firebase mostly, and I don't want to have a different look to my site when I come back to it. Honestly, that may sound very weird, but yeah, I don't want my site to look different when I come back to it. So what I'll do is the first one. We're just going to learn about our code for right now. So failed to create task. I don't know what happened there, but right here you can select your environments, you can select your branch. Most people are going to have the main branch. It's just going to be one branch, and you'll create more branches when you are making more changes, but I think it's very messy to have a lot of different branches if you don't have a very intricate application. So be wary of that. But also, we can select versions, and this is basically going to allow you to get this task done 4 different ways if you wanted to. And that is pretty cool. So we're going to create our first task. Tell me about the general structure of the code and find a bug for me. Actually, we're going to save that. We're going to just tell it to tell us the structure. Fast when it doesn't edit code. Okay. So we don't want it to edit anything, so we're just going to ask. So I guess our Git repository just is not connected. All right, so we are going to ask the code and basically make sure that your repository is the one that you're actually using or one that you're testing on or doing research on so that it actually has access. Codex can actually have access to work in it. And then we're going to say, find a bug on the guided programs page. Ooh, no. Find a better code structure for the guided programs page. Let's just ask that, and then we're gonna say add a language. Should we say language? No, we're not gonna say language. Okay, so basically what you're seeing here is we are having agents work on our code at the same time. So this one is describing the code structure. This one is finding a better code structure for a specific page. And they're doing that at the same time. So it's very cool to do this. I mean, when you're working on a team and you have tons of bugs within the code and very intricate briefing on what needs to be present within the code, then you can really use this to make simultaneous adjustments and also find things inside of that. So tell me about the code structure for the loader, for the page loader. So I'm gonna ask them about the structure for the page loader because honestly, I've never built a page loader. So I would love to know the structure of our page loader. Look at our page loader. Look at this. Bam. It's like a rocket ship flying up, you know? Also, this does remind me. So on June 27th, we will be having a masterclass basically talking about the business side of AI and how you can implement it. I've been using AI for about 3 years now, and I'm a business owner. I have multiple different ventures that I am a part of. And so we will be holding a free masterclass. You can learn about everything that you need to know to get started with AI, to actually use it for tangible things. We're going to be talking about AI agents, the most practical ways to use AI agents, and things of that nature. So be sure to use the link in the description to grab your seat, and also make sure that you go to this website and click here if you want to do it as well. But otherwise, just go ahead and click the link in the description and just add your name. So I will see you guys there. But back to Codex. So our agents have finished describing the code structure. The repository contains a Next.js project structured around a TypeScript app router setup. I'm learning about this stuff now inside of these online courses that I'm taking. But, just hearing that, like I know what Next.js is. It's a coding language. And I know what TypeScript is. It's like a coding language, right? But when I read this, it's just, and it's great that they have Codex to tell me this. So it has SRC, and then it has the app directory. So we have the /AI, which is all of the AI stuff, components. Basically, it's just talking about the structure of the actual thing. So cool. Let's go see the next one. Find a better code structure for the guided programs page. Notes: no automated tests are available to run and unable to validate code behavior. Composes potential improvements: introduce typed models, create interfaces, program benefits that in a type of files, use them in component prompts. That's one thing that I've been noticing that code adjusters are really paying attention to, is breaking down things into components and then basically accessing them or importing them, on a specific page in a specific place. So centralized components, improve folder layout. Cool. I mean, I don't even know what typed model is. I'm gonna type that TS file using the component. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just add the type models. I'm not really sure what it is, but what's the worst that can happen? But let's go back to the other one. So explain the code structure for the page loader. The page loader is implemented as a React component named Rocket Loader. Renders the component accepts an on animation in prop and triggers it after a 3-second timeout during use effect. 50 star objects are generated for the animation and stored in state. The loader CSS animations are defined in global CSS. The loader is used in root layout and another landing page layout to gate the main content until the animation completes. Okay. State is loading, controls whether to show like these states and like functions and like ifs, Cool. So great. We just got basically a change to our code, and then it's gonna give us an option to commit the changes, or basically, apply them, make sure that they're updated inside of the GitHub. So then when I open Firebase Studio, I will be able to see these new changes, and it's not going to deploy it, which I love. When you're working in GitHub repositories, you're only going to deploy from your specific platform that you're building it on, or using to preview it and things like that. So mine is specifically Firebase Studio, and I can publish inside of there. But any other platform can do it. So this is just running the command. It's probably doing all of them. It's creating new components, it's updating code files, it's creating stuff. So I'm gonna show you guys the result, and the change, let's just look at the before. So if we go to guided programs, and this page is unfinished, I have not added pictures, but basically it's turning these into components. It's, I'm pretty sure, turning these into components too. Benefit, step, and FAQ. Benefit, step, and FAQ. Okay, bam. So now it's letting us see all of the codes. It's giving us plus and minuses to show, okay, how many lines were subtracted, how many lines were added. So we have all of these things. Cool. Let's say that I am perfectly fine with this. We are going to go up here to this white button right here that says get pull request, create pull request. So we're going to click that, and then we can view it. So bam. Now this is now inside of our Git. Our whole entire session of, not a whole entire session, but from what we changed in the code, what we added, we now have this pull request. And so what we can do with this is basically merge it. So you can create a merge commit. All commits from this branch will be added to the base branch via a merge commit, and that will basically put everything inside of there like it was, just a change. It's not going to create a new branch or anything like that. So we're going to just click merge pull request, and our commit message can say basically what we did. We created types and updated component props. Let's just say on guided programs. And so, bam, we can confirm the merge. And now we merged it into a commit. So this is now inside of our code. So I'm going to open up Firebase really quick just to show you guys something. So bam, we are going to open this project, and we're going to go switch to code just before it even loads up. We're going to switch to code. So now, if you did watch our video on Firebase Studio, you can see it right now. But this is all of my code, but this is the source control. So right now it's scanning the Git repositories. It's connected to a Git repository, so that same one that we just made changes to. And now all of those are going to show up here along with the commits that we have made throughout the entire time. But I want to show you guys that something that we did inside of Codex dealing with the same repository is of course going to show up anywhere where that repository is present or being fetched. So when you have, where you have the source control graph, you will see a list of things. Okay, so right here we are going to refresh, and 1 day ago, 1 day ago, 2 days ago, 2 days ago. So we want to make sure master. So we're going to fetch from all remotes, and now we see our pull request. So we have our pull request right here, and it's going to update with everything. And now if we just open this page, open that, we can, okay, 1 second. Let's just go to guided programs and just see if the look is different. So bam, we're on the page, and they don't look different, but of course we did make those changes. So it basically, this is what I wanted. This did not change the look of anything, but it did change the actual code inside of it. So we still have the same stuff, but the code is different. So if I just move this over, then we have all these changes, typed interfaces, and these are all of the code snippets. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to see them just because there's so many, but these are all the changes that it made. So FAQ section, work section. So if we go to our page, go to Explorer, we're going to go to guided programs. We're going to go to page. We're going to go and see. So yeah, now all of these are components, why I choose section. And this has not been synced. So incoming changes modified. This means that it was changed in the last changes that haven't been synced with the actual server. So these are the components that it created for us. We already had a hero section component. That was a given, the icon render, of course, but these are now components, and so it's being called by these. It's import header, So Very cool. That is a demo of Codex. And remember, if you did learn something in this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for 400 subscribers. A lot of things coming out in the future. But check out Codex for yourself. Head to the link in the description and join the newsletter. Join the newsletter. Great information on a daily basis. But this has been D-Lo Brands, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.